Hi, everybody. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers of the animals, like me, the mothers of the humans, and to Mother Nature. It's a wonderful, wonderful time to respect and uphold and uplift mothers in general, the nurturing of the universe. So today is the beginning of the path forward. And the path forward is the path to peace. We're dealing with the winds of change, with the influx of energy, especially since the eclipses. Huge amounts of energy coming into our system. I mean, in California, we can see the Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis. In California, that's unprecedented. And how to get to the path of peace. The path of peace is the path to love. The path to love is the path to kindness and hope and compassion and oneness. So, how do we get from them and us to we? It's a question that we're all looking at right now. And the path is about a path of resilience. How do we stay in a place where we can help each other during a place of pain and overwhelm and hysteria? This morning, my dear cat Nick, who's my partner and my cat, or my son the cat, or my friend the prince, or the wizard, whoever you want to talk about, was having some tremendous pain. And he could barely walk. His neck was bothering him, his jaw was bothering him. He couldn't lift his leg, and you saw he was miserable. When I saw him, immediately when I woke up, that's the first thing I saw. And I was already discombobulated with all the things I needed to do today and doing this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I saw Nick, and it stopped me in my tracks. Oh my God. And I went ahead, oh no, not pain. Oh God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I went spinning out of control until all of a sudden I said, this is not the way. And I pulled in what I could. And I remembered the Thich Nhat Hanh breathing exercise. Breathe in, I'm arriving. Breathe out, I'm home. I'm arriving, I'm home. I'm arriving, I'm home. By the last third or the third breath, I was back in my body and grounded and could start dealing with his pain from a place of groundedness and mutual support. We are so out of our bodies half the time these days with all of the emotions and the craziness and the mind chatter and the information, and it's hard to stay in your body. So, ordinarily, I'm a very optimistic individual, and these days it's been a challenge. So, I find that I'm being very serious at different times. So, one of the group turned me on to a class that was happening this week, is still happening, about herbs and herbs for now and herbs about stress and how to live. And they feel that the biggest issue, as I agree, is stress. And what is stress? Stress is a lifestyle that we're all living right now. Everything is fast, it's doing multitasking, and it's overworking our adrenal glands. You're in constant alert, constant fight or flight, and there's no way to get back. And in adrenal glands, as you know, adrenal glands are part of the kidney system or the water system that calms us down. And the thing that nurtures the water system is reassurance. And the only way you can have reassurance is by grounding. So they talked first about adaptogens. Now, we've been talking about adaptogens and tonic herbs for animals for years, just as the human practitioners have. And they brought up ginseng, they brought up ashwagandha. And ashwagandha is an herb I've been using a lot recently. I like to mix it with gotu kola. And ashwagandha is one of the mediators of stress and bringing the adrenal gland back into response. The other is, of course, the medicinal mushrooms, especially reishi shiitake, or chaga mushrooms, or cordyceps for the breath, or lion's mane for the brain and thinking. So the medicinal mushrooms are one of the great adaptogens we have right now. The other is a tonic herb, nettles, which is my favorite of all times. And I find myself drinking a cup of nettle tea in the late afternoon, and it really brings me back into my body. And nettles, because of all of the minerals and the greenness and the nurturing, helps to settle me in so I can continue my day, the rest of my day, and whatever else I need to do, and help me to start relaxing. When the adaptogen tonics are not enough, we can go to the nervines. And the nervines like chamomile, which we've talked about ad infinitum, lemon balm, skullcap. And those are all helpful for calming down. Another herb that I wanted to mention is an herb for pain that they also mentioned in this class. And it just brought home to me how much human stuff we've been using with the animals for so long. And to remind you that you can use all of these things with the animals. And the herb is corydalis, Yan Hu Suo, corydalis. And corydalis is related to the poppy family, kind of like morphine. And it decreases pain, and it's used in formulas for chest pain, for epigastric pain, for gynecological pain, for limb pain, for back pain, for leg pain, and it's added into formulas to decrease pain. So how do we deal with stress? We deal with stress with adaptogens or tonic herbs, pain-relieving herbs where it's necessary, breathing exercises or qigong, and also the flower essences, the flower and vegetable essences. The flower essence I'd like to mention is vervain, Verbena officinalis. Vervain is one of these are the nervous Nellies sometimes, but they're also the zealots. This is what I'm doing, and I'm doing it right now, and I'm making you do it because this is most important, and you've got to listen to me because this is what's really important. And sometimes it's and the people responding are going back and back, and nobody is happy. So vervain is used to decrease that zealotness and bring you back into balance and also into grounding. The vervain individuals who get wild out of their body need to help the grounding. Vervain is excellent for grounding. The next two vegetable essences come from Spirit in Nature and Leela Devi's company, where one of the essences that I've been looking at and experiencing is pineapple. Now, one of the people in the group has a cat called Miss Kits. And Kits is a cat my friend and client brought in about 2 years ago. Very, very little cat, and can be a bully, and also very skittish and standoffish. Independent and doesn't know exactly how to be a we, but rather it's them and us. And Kits had an episode where one night during the night, my friend was in bed with the cat, and something startled the cat, and the cat reached out and grabbed the face and set up a whole issue with not trusting each other for quite a while. We worked with it, and then we worked with Leela Devi and the flower essences. And she was able to unfold a pattern where one of the basics of the pattern was the cat not feeling her own self-confidence and knowing who she was. And in a series of different essences programs, the one that's toward the last part of the most recent program is the remedy pineapple. And pineapple is used to increase self-confidence. So what is bullying? Bullying is when inside you don't feel enough. And so you overreact and make sure you're strong against other individuals. But you don't have your own reserve of self-confidence. Pineapple was excellent in helping Kit revive her self-confidence. What Kit would do is, Miss Kitts would do, is if there were a cat outside in her territory, she'd go wild and jump against the door and then not be able to settle down and then take it out on my friend. Giving her pineapple essence helped the cat to relax enough so that even if there is an occasional episode with a cat outside, that Kitts can respond, do her thing, and then get over it very quickly. So thank you, pineapple. The other one that I'd like to end with is the essence raspberry. Now, one of my friends can't eat raspberries because she hates the little hairs on the outside of the fruit, which I think is very funny. But the little hairs remind me of nerve endings. And the red color is the color of fire of the heart. And it's a soft fruit. So it's a nurturing of the nerves and the heart. And in the Spirit of Nature Essences, Leela Devi calls it the healer's healer. And it's about the ability to forgive. So this is very important in this day and age. And to start to think about, what does it mean to forgive? It means that everybody has a different attitude and a different belief system. How can we coincide some of those belief systems so that we can stay in a more neutral place and foster peace? Peace is the path to now. Peace is the path to move forward. And peace is the path to love. So happy Mother's Day, everybody. See you next time.